Hello, Dolphin 3. Ever since we have a big test, monthly evaluation right on Monday, start to review the materials from chapter 7 and chapter 8. Right on page 92, we got a crime scene. Crime scene. So, in a crime scene, a detective, a detective may try to look for clues, okay, to solve the crime, right? So, right in Skyview Elementary School, there was a crime scene too yesterday, right? What happened yesterday? The money was gone, so the principal called the office, and the detective was asking the students, the witnesses at school. So, what was the girl doing at 2 o'clock yesterday? She was working in the classroom, right? How about the boy? What was he doing at 2 o'clock yesterday? He was painting. He was painting. The reader story. It was Grandma Agatha's birthday yesterday. Everyone was getting ready for the party. The cooks were cooking. The maids were cleaning. And the gardeners were digging. What was Peter doing? Peter was getting in everybody's way. Suddenly, Cousin Flo ran down from the stairs. She lost her new fur hat, right? How about the cook? He went to the kitchen. Tilly the cook. What was Tilly the cook doing when Peter arrived? She was making a cake. Next, he went to Uncle Alistair. What was Uncle Alistair doing when Peter arrived? When Peter came to him, he was sleeping in the yard. How about Grandma Agatha? What was Grandma Agatha doing when Peter showed up? So Grandma Agatha was arranging the flowers, right? Peter just checked the clues carefully and he got a conclusion. He tiptoed over the dresser. The mommy cat just lied in a cozy nest with her beautiful kittens. Also, at Store Central, there was a crime too. So, right on page 98, so something was happening when the other thing happened. Something was happening when the other thing happened. For example, so what was Chan doing when he saw the computer wasn't there? He was looking for Jason's soccer ball when he saw the computer wasn't there. What was Chan doing when he saw a man go to Jason's desk? Chan was playing basketball when he saw a man go to Jason's desk. How about Miguel? What was Miguel doing when he saw a man leaving with the computer? Miguel was playing a video game when he saw a man leaving with the computer. And what was Jason doing when James took the computer away? Jason was talking on the phone when James took the computer away. What was Chan doing when he saw the man? We use the hint from the bracket to answer. Was, what was he doing? Play basketball. See, he was playing basketball when he saw the man. What was Miguel doing when he saw the man? He was playing a video game when he saw the man. How about the kittens? What were the kittens doing when Peter tiptoed to the dresser? They were sleeping, right? When Peter tiptoed to his dresser. What was the boy doing when his parents opened the door? The boy, was he was reading a book when his parents opened the door. What was Miguel doing when he fell and hurt his knee? He was running home. not running home, not running at home. He was going home, right? He was running back home when he fell and hurt his knee, right? This is how you make sentences with when. It's quite easy. All you have to do is to put was were, verb ing, and when, verb ed, verb past. Now, can we just move on to page 99. Fingerprints are one of the best and easiest ways to identify people. Why do we have fingerprints? Fingers have lines that makes pattern. Every person in the world had different patterns. Even identical twins have different patterns of fingerprints. We produce natural oil every day. That's why we leave fingerprints when we touch something. And nowadays, the detectives also use footprints. The maid is cleaning. And who is digging? What's the answer? The gardener digging in the yard, right? Gardener. Peter to the dresser because so he wouldn't wake up the kittens. So when you tiptoe, but only one person, only one Peter. So tiptoe. Peter wants to be the to solve the crime. If you want to solve the crime, be detectives. The cat was sleeping, and next to the kitten, there were 8 kittens sleeping in a what kind of a bed? What kind of bed? So inside the dresser, the cat was sleeping, and also they were lying on the cozy nest. Quite easy, right? Fingerprints are one of the best and easiest ways to people identify people. Even twins have different patterns of fingerprints. Even identical twins have different patterns of fingerprints. The size of the is also a clue about how tall the thief is, how heavy the thief could be. Footprints. So these are some examples from the vocabulary from this chapter. I'll show you some sentences with mistakes. He were cooking when his sister shouted. Where's the mistake? He were cooking. Answer, he was, right? I was doing something when the other thing happened. How about this? I was walking to the park when I find it the rain. Was were verb ing when. What's the past tense for find? Find, found, found, right? Quite easy. Very good. The dinosaur, this is from the activity book, okay? The dinosaur was walking when he see a strange light in the sky. Was were verb ing. Do we have was were verb ing when something happened? See, saw, seen. So when he saw a strange light in the sky, right? So how about verb ed, verb past? Verb ed, verb past. When do we use a verb ed, verb past? When? We use verb ed, verb past for example, yesterday. For example, ago. Anytime in the past. People are making the first cave painting 30,000 years ago. 30,000 years ago. When you say ago, what kind of tense? Verb ed, verb past. So people made the first cave painting 30,000 years ago. Okay, on activity book, let's check out page 55. Diplodocus. You can see in the picture, this is a kind of dinosaur. Diplodocus. What was he doing? What was the dinosaur doing when he saw the strange light in the sky? What was he doing? Diplodocus was walking when he saw a strange light in the sky. What was he doing when he the loud noise. He was eating leaves when he heard some loud noise, right? Okay, and how about the meteorite? What happened? What was he doing? He was sleeping when a large meteorite just hit Earth, right? Hit, right? Can we make sentences from here? So, what were you doing when you did something? Okay, I was playing when I heard the noise. I was running when I saw a hunter. The cat was hiding when thief found some money. That's weird, right? We were eating when we saw the monster. She was putting on the gloves when the lion escaped, and they were taking the money to the police station when the police officer arrived. Okay, this is chapter 7.